Let's study the use of articles a and the. A and the are the articles in English language. They are used before nouns or noun phrases to determine whether the noun is specific or non-specific. Let's study the use of a first. Choice between a and the choice between a and is decided by the beginning vowel or consonant sound of the word that follows the article. Let's first understand the use of a. A is used before word beginning with consonant sound. For example, a girl, a guitarist, a man, a cub. Though there are exceptions, let's see the exceptions. You can see here a university, a union, because when you pronounce university, y sound is there. When you pronounce union, y sound is there and it is consonant and not the vowel. So we use a university, a union, and so on. So this is the use of a. Now let's see the use of an. An is used before a word beginning with a vowel sound. Let's see the examples. You can see that an enemy, an ink pad, an orange, an umbrella. Here are also few exceptions. Let's see an hour, an honest, because the first letter is silent here and it is pronounced as vowel. For example, an hour, H is silent, and honest, H is silent, and so on. So this is the use of an. I repeat, an is used before a word beginning with vowel sound, and these are the examples we already discussed about. Now let's see the use of the. See the use of the. There are many uses of the. Let's start. First one, before nouns which are unique of their kind in the world, such as, which are unique. Okay, known is like those things. For example, you can see the examples: the earth, the sky, the sun, the moon, the ocean, and so on. So these are unique things, so the is used there. Second, before nouns which have superlative adjectives before them, which is est. Okay, you can see the examples: the greatest book, here est form of adjective is there, the best batsman, and so on. So this is the second use. Now let's move on. Before an adverb when used for comparatives, when adverb is used for comparatives, when two comparatives are there, we use the there. For example, the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. Okay, here the, and here we used the. Now next one is before nouns which represent a class of one kind. Okay, for example, the poor always suffer. Here poor means all poor people. Okay, when you represent all the poor people, we used the there. Okay, so this is example: the poor suffer. Next one, next example: we should always help the weak. Here weak represent all the weak people or all weak sections, so we use the weak here. Okay, next use: before proper nouns such as mountain ranges, rivers, ocean, seas, gulfs, canals, deserts, and few names of countries. You can, for understanding, you can see the examples: the Himalaya, the Ganga, the Nile, the Pacific, the Bay of Bengal, the Arabic Sea, few countries like United Nations, the USA, the USSR, the UK. Next use is used to say which type of musical instrument someone plays. Before the musical instruments, we use the. For example, the flute, the piano, the guitar, and so on. Next use is before the names of certain books. Okay, there are few classical books, we use the there. For example, the Ramayana, the Quran, the Mahabharat, the Bhagavad Gita, and so on. Next use before the names of newspapers, like for example the Hindustan Times, the Times of India, and so on. Next, before the famous buildings, Taj Mahal, for example, Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, the Great Wall of China, and so on. Before nationalities, okay, when we talk about nationalities, we use the, for example, the English, the French, the Indian, and so on. Now let's study the omission of the. When we omit, okay, there are few rules for omitting the. Omitting the articles are not used with uncountable, which cannot be counted, abstract, and material nouns when they are used in general sense. Okay, let's see. These are uncountable nouns. Okay, so the is dropped. Rice is grown in some regions of Maharashtra. Here rice, we have used rice in general sense. Here abstract noun is there. Honesty is the best policy, so it is used in general terms, so we have dropped the, we have omitted the. Here platinum is costlier than gold, we have used platinum in general sense, so we have dropped or we have omitted the. Next rule for omitting the, with plural countable nouns used in a general sense. When we use plural countable noun in general sense, for example, children are innocent. Here children is countable plural noun, but it is used in general sense. Here children means all the children, it represents all the class of children, so we have dropped the. Next example, books are our best friends. Here books represents all the whole books, we have used it in general sense. Next example, people are habituated to smartphones. Here people, we have used people to represent whole class, or we have used in general sense, so we have dropped, we have omitted the. Next rule for omission of the, with noun phrases that contain other determiners. If we have used other determiners next to the noun phrase, we drop the or we omit the. For example, house, okay, this is noun phrase, so we have dropped here. See, my house, we have used my, so we have dropped the. My house, my house is located at Shivaji Nagar. Next, I recently read America's history, we have used America's history, so we have dropped the or we have omitted the. Next one, before languages, okay, we drop or we omit the before languages. For example, we speak English for effective global communication. Next example, Marathi is spoken in some parts of Karnataka also. Next rule for omission of the, before the names of relations, we do not use the before the names of relation. For example, father has returned from journey. Next example, we went to hometown to see grandmother. So these are the few rules to omit the